Hey there, I'm Haley from Cedar Planters, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to assemble our planters. First, what we're going to do is cut open our cardboard box, take out all of our materials. Then what we're going to do is actually use our cardboard box as our surface that we build our box on. It just kind of protects whatever we're working on, table, floor, anything works. Each package has all of our materials. So you're going to have your garden fabric liner, your base pieces, you're going to have your two long sides, left and right legs, our hardware that also comes with our two tools necessary for assembly, and our two short sides. Now let's do our assembly. So for the first step of the assembly process, we're actually going to be assembling our box upside down. This part's really important. You need to make sure that the long supports on both the short side and the long side are facing the same way. This would be incorrect. See how they're not aligned? You want it to look like this. So for our next step, you're gonna take your screw and your screwdriver from the hardware baggie. You're gonna be putting those in the very top hole and the very bottom hole. If you have a drill at home, you can also use that. Now we're gonna repeat this again with the other long side. We're gonna take our 2-inch screws, we're gonna put them in the top and the bottom. Really important to make sure that the long supports are facing down. They should match the other two sides. And then we're just gonna do that with our other short side. So now that our box is fully assembled, our next step is to add our legs. There are two sets of legs, and you're gonna want a left leg and a right leg. You can tell because the holes are opposite. You're gonna be putting your leg on your planter box. You wanna make sure the holes of the leg line up with the holes on your short side here. So let's try this one out. Oh, you can see that the holes are on the wrong side, so we know this is not our leg. We're gonna put that back. We're gonna grab our correct leg here. We can see that the holes now line up with the holes on the short side. So now what we're going to need is our wrench and our black hex head screws. We're gonna be putting those into the leg and then into the box itself. You can start by just kind of screwing that in right like this. And then when it starts to get a little bit tight, you can grab your wrench and you're just gonna tighten that. You wanna tighten it so that it's snug, but you don't wanna over tighten the screw. You're gonna repeat this with all of your screws so that all of the holes have a screw in them. Now that we have all of our legs on our planter box, for this next step, it might be helpful if you have a friend around to help you take the planter box off the table. We're gonna be flipping it right side up so that we can now put our base pieces and our liner in. So now that our planter box is flipped right side up, we're gonna be putting our base pieces in. You'll notice on the base pieces there are holes. This is for good drainage and airflow. Additionally, when you're putting your base pieces into the box, there can be up to a 1/4 inch gap between each piece, and that is totally okay. So now it's time to put our liner and our soil in. First step, you want to unfold your garden fabric liner. You're gonna just spread it over the box as evenly as you can. A good tip is just to have the right amount of overhang on each side. Then you're just gonna press it in so it kind of holds a shape. Just like that. Then we're gonna grab our soil and we can start to pour that in. So one thing you want to make sure of is that your planter box is in its forever spot before you put your soil in. If you do need to move it after the fact, just remove the soil first to make it as easy as possible. So our final step is just to clean up the liner a little bit. We're just gonna tuck it into the side to make it look nice and neat. So now you're all done. Amazing job. You can go ahead and plant some vegetables, herbs, flowers, whatever you like. We really appreciate you supporting our business. Happy planting.